Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw, and tonight we continue the King and Queen of the Ring qualifiers. It's the semifinals, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting down to the nitty-gritty. Last four competitors tonight go at it on the Raw side of things. Same for the women's side tonight. So it's going to be a lot of high-octane action, including the second match between PENTA and Andrade later on tonight as well. But now, the first matchup that is kicking us off here tonight is Ilja Dragunov versus the phenomenal AJ Styles. We are for a world of professional wrestling in this matchup. And for this matchup, it could go, we could have a type of matchup where it could be like a long, drawn-out match, or you could have a man like Ilja Dragunov hitting that flying headbutt out of nowhere, where he's so vicious with, and certainly he's a type of guy that can change the trajectory of a match very, very quickly. And same with AJ Styles, man, especially with that phenomenal forearm Styles clash, the calf killer as well. This man is certainly, both these men are certainly certainly guys to really look forward to in a matchup where they can drastically change things on a dime. Now, compared to these two, obviously AJ Styles has accomplished a lot more. Ilja Dragunov still trying to find his way here in WWE, and certainly along with this King of the Ring tournament, he has a great opportunity to stand out tonight. As now here comes the phenomenal AJ Styles. Last week here on Monday Night Raw, certainly AJ Styles had another matchup with Finn Baszler. Finn Baszler getting the upper hand in that matchup, and we're really going to see how AJ Styles' mindset is going into that matchup. Will last week's loss to Finn Baszler take a toll on him, or will AJ Styles say, hey, next matchup, it's a mentality, it's a next match up. And it's kind of like a mindset that a lot of people have in different sports and stuff. Hey, next game mentality. Hey, I struggled. We lost that last one. Next game, I gotta move on. I can't. If I struggled to do a certain thing in a certain game or whatever, I struggled. I gotta move on. I gotta learn from my mistakes and move on. And it's also like another thing, like what John Cena says. A lot of people will ask him, "Hey, what was your favorite match?" And he says, "My next one," because you can't always go over kind of what your older matches were. You gotta perform today, and certainly we're gonna see that tonight in this match. Referee has rung the bell. Here we go. Ilja Dragunov, AJ Styles. Here we go, and look at Dragunov early, showing off that power. Styles with a nice reversal early on here. Matchup that's certainly a lot of people probably not expecting too much early on in the career of Ilja Dragunov, but hey, a lot of potential in this matchup, man. There's certainly, AJ Styles is definitely going to be bound to be a WWE Hall of Famer one day, and for Ilja Dragunov, he is looking to get there. And could you imagine Ilja Dragunov winning this tournament, going on to the King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view, and walking out victorious and going on to main event SummerSlam, where he would go on to face Sami Zayn if Sami Zayn is still the undisputed champion at that time. But right now, he's getting taking that left knee out of the equation at the moment. It seemed like Styles was going to the well one too many times, and Ilja Dragunov was looking to make him pay. But no, Styles a little bit more aggressive at this time. Bouncing him off the rope. Look at Styles being explosive with that suplex, and very close to a 2 count there. Now Dragunov in a bad position, possibly. Styles going to look to make this young man pay. Styles now with a back suplex onto the apron. And a good thing about these type of matches is most of these matches are going to be no count out, so these guys can use this environment to their advantage. Certainly a lot of times when they get thrown out there, the referee likes to start his count quite a bit, but ever since we kind of changed the rules for a bit in the favor of having these matches kind of last longer instead of having the countouts where the superstars want to just beat the crap out of each other instead of actually wanting to kind of keep the matchup going. Because sometimes these are bitter rivalries. They don't give a damn about having a pinfall or submission in the middle of the ring. They just want to beat the snot out of each other at times and whatnot. Is Ilja Dragunov trying to fire up this crowd here live on Raw, here on this Netflix edition of Monday Night Raw. There's a gut wrench slam, takes down Styles, and ooh, nice senton as well. Dragunov starting to fire up a little bit, trying to get some momentum favoring his corner here. As Dragunov, brutal release, powerbomb slam there. And now Dragunov looking to continue to go to work here. He's attacking the knees, the ankles of AJ Styles. And hey, you know, maybe that's a strategy now. Now go after that, slow him down as much as possible. You're never going to be able to tame AJ Styles, but hey, if you can slow down the Phenomenal One as much as you can, that very well could help you, as now Styles is going to slow down Ilja Dragunov, as now there's a calf killer here at ringside. But look at that sharp shot there from Ilja. He ain't going to allow that to go on too long. It's a brutal uppercut there, ladies and gentlemen. And like we mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, throughout the night, we're going to see the King and Queen semi-final matches, and we'll have the finals of the Raw side next week live on Monday Night Raw, and we'll see who will be advancing to that lovely match. And in that very main event tonight, we're going to see main event Jey Uso, your European champion, taking on Randy Orton, the former undisputed champion. Is Dragunov, oh my goodness, what a forearm strike across the temple of AJ Styles, and that very well could be enough to put away AJ, but now AJ Styles whooping Ilja Dragunov right into the barricade. Just like that, Styles is starting to slowly get himself back in this matchup. Dragunov couldn't capitalize and at least try to get him in the middle of the ring. And look at Styles, he's talking, saying, hey kid, you should have tossed me in the ring. You should have finished me off. And now Styles looking to put Ilja Dragunov away outside here, but a nice reversal. Dragunov slipping out, hitting that DDT. Dragunov doing the best that he can at this moment, staying in this matchup with the Phenomenal One. A lot of people probably not giving Ilja Dragunov much of a chance in this matchup, but tonight you're seeing it live here that Dragunov is staying with the best of the best, and Ilja Dragunov certainly will have a future here for the foreseeable future, getting an opportunity to be a top feature here in WWE. As Dragunov he's just getting some exercise and he's just getting a quick jog in while Styles is there. Ilja Dragunov is a different type of freak, man, and just in the terms of his training routines and what he can accomplish in the middle of this ring. Styles getting his ankles and legs stomped out here. Oh my goodness, spinning backhand. Styles' chest is going to be feeling that for sure, as Dragunov continuing to have this momentum right here. And like we said, this is one of the perks about having a no count-out type system. These guys can beat the living snot out of each other here at all times. As Styles now getting tossed back inside the ring, and now these guys are going back to work. Dragunov now. Oh, big haymaker from Styles. We'll see if Styles can capitalize here. Styles now tossing him in the corner, has him in the corner. Let's see what Mr. Phenomenal AJ Styles may have in store here. Styles, big time springboard clothesline, takes down Ilja Dragunov, and now Styles, high risk maneuver inbound, big elbow across the chest, into the pinfall. 1, 2, ooh, and a big strong kick out from Ilja Dragunov. And Styles not playing around any longer here, ladies and gentlemen. Styles looking for the pump up. Styles clash on Ilja. Dragunov busted open. Pinfall 2. And wait a second. Of course Finn Balor has to get involved in this matchup. AJ Styles just getting at least a 2 count. Referee stopping his account right now in the middle of the ring. Ilja Dragunov rolling out of the ring now. Styles in the middle of the ring, and he does not seem too happy. Finn Balor is out here, and certainly this is not what AJ Styles wants to be dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. Something else that AJ Styles is going to have to deal with. And look at Finn, that cocky smirk on his face. Ever since AJ Styles has not wanted to join the Judgment Day, Finn Balor has made it his opportunity to just ruin AJ Styles from here on out. And you know Finn Balor can't get involved in this match, or it automatically gives the AJ Styles that spot. Styles can get involved though. And look at this. The back suplex there from Styles. This is perfectly fine. Styles can get involved. He can do this stuff to Finn Balor. And now Styles now. AJ Styles with a big time maneuver. The Styles clash to the outside to Finn Balor. And this crowd is in shock right now. But obviously, like we said, Finn Balor can't get involved. Styles can do all this what he wants to, but he has to focus back up real quick. But Styles, he's more focused on beating the crap out of Finn Balor at this moment. As another Styles clash there from AJ Styles. As Styles now finally getting back in the ring, but he has to worry about Ilja Dragunov, wherever the hell he's at this moment. Now Ilja Dragunov from behind, big clothesline. Finn Balor seems like he may have rolled under the ring. He is not there anymore. And now this is gonna lead. Oh my goodness, that torpedo headbutt that Ilja Dragunov is known for, just decapitating AJ Styles right there, ladies and gentlemen. And now this, ladies and gentlemen, very well could open up what Ilja Dragunov needs, ladies and gentlemen. And, oh my goodness, we saw that to the outside earlier on. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is an absolute monster when it comes to that maneuver, ladies and gentlemen. And now another knee, vicious knee from Ilja Dragunov. He is not playing around. And now Ilja Dragunov trying to end this match for good. If that is not it, I don't know what's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Pinfall 2, 3. Ilja Dragunov, thanks to the unfortunate help of Finn Balor, gets the win tonight. Big win for Ilja Dragunov, and that means he is going to the finals in next week's match, where we'll see Ilja Dragunov either facing Jey Uso or Randy Orton in the finals. Big win for Ilja Dragunov tonight. Despite the interference, this young man is going places. It's unfortunate to see how that match ended. It's great to see Ilja Dragunov win to an extent, but I mean, it looked like it was favoring AJ Styles, and then obviously Finn Balor sticks his head once again in AJ Styles' business, and again, you know, he's messing with AJ Styles, and it when you try to get in someone's head like what the Judgment Day is doing, certainly it's gonna start to wind up AJ Styles even more. And certainly with the past that Finn Balor and AJ Styles have, it's even more intense. And to cost AJ Styles a match where, you know, honestly the King of the Ring could favor him, but obviously not tonight. I'm very curious to see where this is going to go. We've already seen Styles and Balor go at it more. We'll see if where this is going to lead us. But Dakota Kai just coming out, part of the Kabuki Warriors. Big time opportunity for Dakota Kai against a woman like Bianca Belair, who has established herself well over these last couple of years. She has gotten better, and you love to see it. But now Bianca, she lost the World Heavyweight Championship matches, not only losing it to Rhea Ripley, but losing it in a rematch that she rightfully earned with a triple threat match win over Asuka and Becky Lynch last month. But now Bianca Belair is looking to become the queen of the ring for the first time ever and go on to be able to have a big time championship match live there at SummerSlam. And could we see match number 3 between Rhea and Bianca? It'd be a big time matchup. Maybe Bianca would learn from, I guess, maybe some mistakes in her match and be able to knock off Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's been trying to find that moment in her career where she's able to have maybe a long title reign of sorts, and maybe it just started with knocking off Bianca Belair. But here we go. This is an opportunity for these women to show up tonight to not only continue to impress in their careers, but tonight this is going on to where the winner goes on to the finals for the Raw side of things next week. The other women's matchup later on tonight is going to be Becky Lynch against Shayna Baszler, one half of the women's tag team champions. And it seems like right now the general managers are kind of having a hard time, per se, trying to find challengers for Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler because they've done so well against all these other tag teams. There may be maybe one or two they haven't really faced, but those tag teams haven't really stepped up to the plate when it comes to tag team action. So it's going to be up to these general managers to figure out something here on Raw and SmackDown for Rousey and Baszler. But in the meantime, Baszler and Rousey have an opportunity in the Queen of the Ring tournament to break out. So it gives them an opportunity as Dakota Kai with a big drop kick taking down Belair. And what would this win do for Dakota Kai, ladies and gentlemen, to really establish herself? I mean, certainly known for a tag team wrestler early on in her career, being a part of the Kabuki Warriors, really trying to figure out some stuff in singles action, a part of the Kabuki Warriors. But you know, she's learning from a lot of great women in that group. Asuka, the first ever women's Intercontinental champion. Io Sky has brought a lot to that group. Same with Sami Zayn. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff in that group that you gotta love. As Bianca Belair with a big time clothesline takes down Dakota Kai. And Dakota Kai's got to figure out something quickly right now because Bianca is on a mission right now. It's a nice standing moonsault. Bianca making it look very easy at this moment. As Dakota Kai with that reverse Irish whip into the middle of the ring. Now she's going to take her time. She realizes she doesn't need to rush in at this moment. As back in the ring we go. Let's see if Dakota Kai can maybe kind of change things up. Maybe kind of slowly but surely get herself back in the matchup, build some confidence, and pick up a big win as Bianca Belair has her up for a KOD Kiss of Death pinfall opportunity. 2, 3. Just like that, Bianca Belair with a win over Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai just could not get much going. Bianca came out here with a mindset. She came right out the gate, came right after Dakota Kai, and for the most part dominated this matchup. And Bianca Belair will be the first one to get to the finals next week on Raw. Now, ladies and gentlemen, up next here, a little break from the King and Queen of the Ring tournament side of things, as we're going to see Andrade taking on PENTA. This will be the second match between these fellow competitors. PENTA made short work, I would say, of Andrade the first time, but this time around, it's a whole different ball game. Andrade feels like he is more focused, more ready for this second type of matchup. If you guys remember Andrade attacking PENTA from behind, really seems like there's jealousy in the comments of of Penta being the quote-unquote the next big Lucha Libre superstar here in WWE, and Andrade is looking to make everyone, hey, don't forget about me. I'm better than Penta. Yes, Penta beat me a number of weeks ago, but hey, he's not better than me. That was a fluke victory. And he plans on showing everyone tonight why that was a fluke victory recently here on Monday Night Raw. And obviously, Penta being one of the bigger signings in recent history here in WWE, Penta's not going to show, obviously, zero miedo, no fear against Andrade tonight. And I love the competitive side coming out of Andrade, but certainly maybe ask for a match instead of going the way that he did. But hey, there's no going back now. Andrade, this could be his, maybe we use breakout moment quite a bit, but this maybe could be a moment in his career where he's able to maybe take it to the next level here. As now here comes the no fear himself, zero miedo, that being Penta. Penta impressed that first time around. We'll see with the second time around. Andrade able to maybe go back, watch that matchup, kind of see, oh hey, I struggled here. I should have maybe worked the arm, worked the leg, whatever. Maybe did more or less lucha libre stuff. I don't know. It's just there's different mindsets for these competitors. Obviously, you're going to see some lucha libre between them. You're going to see some high-flying action between these two, but maybe Andrade maybe changes it up. Maybe go old-school wrestling on Penta. Slow him down. Work at the legs. Hold on. Work a headlock most of the match. I don't know. You got to change something up when you face a man like Penta. Penta definitely has a huge future here in WWE, and you never know how long this Penta Andrade thing may go, so we'll keep an eye out for this, because we're not only on the road to the King and Queen of the Ring, but also SummerSlam is right behind it. It is very close. It's right on its tail, so these men and women are going to have to really work to impress the general managers on the way to SummerSlam too. Well, here we go. Andrade and Penta here, taking a break from the King and Queen of the Ring action. Here we go. Let's see what these two gentlemen are able to work up in this match. Early pinfall attempt from Penta, trying to keep him off guard. And certainly not everyone's expecting a early pinfall attempt. Certainly I'm not. You'd really have to knock out your opponent to really get that early pinfall after a 1 count. It's a running knee right to either his thigh or knee. Highly effective no matter what you think, as Penta now looking for a springboard, and he connects that springboard crossbody, taking down Andrade early. And now let's see what Penta may have in store here. Oh, vicious backbreaker, my man, pulling out all the stops to send a message to Andrade. Big super kick. Penta pulling out all the stops early, like I just mentioned, and he is not afraid of it. It's a nice flatliner off the ropes. Penta coming right out of the gate and sending a message early to Andrade that he is not playing around. He is going to send a message a second time to Andrade, as now both men going to go back and forth here with some strikes. Neither man is going to back down from this type of fight. Andrade initialized this, and now Penta is going to try to make some short work of this battle. And now Penta, high risk here. Big stomp, almost like a coup de grace type of maneuver there from Penta. Is that enough? Very close. Learning from Finn Balor, I see. Now what is Penta, what does Mr. Zero Miedo have in store? Uh-oh, here we go. Down goes Andrade, but Andrade's still stirring somehow. And now Penta gonna go for the pinfall right next to the ropes. Is this enough for Penta? Yes, it is. A impressive win tonight from Penta. He's showing you guys. This matchup may have been a little bit longer than that first one, but Penta, man, he is going to be a star in the making here on Monday Night Raw. Zero miedo for Penta tonight. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be hearing from the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion, Asuka. Last time we were supposed to hear from Asuka, she was attacked by Raquel Rodriguez. So hopefully this time around, Asuka can enjoy her moment and not only address that win, but also she's probably going to address Raquel. Raquel wants a match for that Women's Intercontinental Championship, and we can confirm to you that William Regal has signed on that matchup. All signs were leading to this. Asuka definitely going to look to send a message to Raquel, but we can confirm, ladies and gentlemen, at the King and Queen of the Ring, that Women's Intercontinental Championship will be on the line. Asuka defends that Intercontinental Championship against Raquel Rodriguez. It is going to be a massive matchup. First big title defense for that Women's Intercontinental Championship, and we'll see what Asuka will really bring as Intercontinental Champion. Raquel seems like certainly she is certainly going to look to send a message. You got to be kidding me. Raquel Rodriguez again. Not this again, Raquel. No, damn it. Raquel Rodriguez again. This is the second damn time. You cannot. This is frustrating. This is utter crap, ladies and gentlemen. As a big title hit right to the dome of Asuka, Raquel Rodriguez could give a care less. She is wanting to send a message to everyone that she should be the one Intercontinental Champion, not Asuka. And Raquel Rodriguez just beating the living crap out of Asuka. This is frustrating to watch, man. There's no need for Raquel to act this way. Ask for a damn championship match, or even just earn it. But Raquel doesn't want to earn it. She wants to just take it. She wants to take everything. And this should not be the way it is. Is a devastating clothesline there from Raquel Rodriguez. And again, who's gonna stop this? Obviously, there's the Kabuki Warriors, but how are they going to fare against a woman of Raquel Rodriguez's size? Again, Asuka just getting tossed right into the barricade, and now certainly this is hard to watch, ladies and gentlemen. If I'm honest with you, just beating the living snot out of your Women's Intercontinental Champion. She has not been able to have time to really be able to come out here, talk to the fans, and enjoy her championship win and address the future. And certainly Raquel Rodriguez is basically making her pay for even winning that Intercontinental Championship, unfortunately, as a standing drop kick from Raquel. And this crowd is pissed off. They were really looking forward to seeing Asuka tonight just really come out here and address the WWE Universe, and I was really looking forward to hearing Asuka. But right now, Raquel Rodriguez has snapped. She has gone to a whole different level, and I mean, that's what Raquel Rodriguez needs, essentially. But still, what we're seeing from Raquel tonight, man, this is just atrocious, hideous, and something I would not want to advocate for. But certainly, Raquel Rodriguez is getting to the point, and she is dominating Asuka. And I don't even think I've ever seen Asuka be dominated like this before. And oh no, look at this. Oh my goodness. Right on this ramp, ladies and gentlemen. Are you kidding me? And Raquel Rodriguez is not done yet. Oh no, not again. Not again. No, but no, she's hit that power bomb maneuver. and Raquel Rodriguez sending a message once again to your Women's Intercontinental Champion on the road to the King and Queen of the Ring tournament match. I know a lot of people are asking me, how am I feeling about my upcoming title defense against Bron Breakker? And the answer is simple. I'm ready, but I've never had to defend my championship against a man like Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker is a genetic freak. He's from the Steiner family, obviously, and his speed running the ropes, 23 miles an hour, man. It's like a freight train running back and forth with how fast he runs. And a lot of people are saying, you should be terrified, Sami. And I totally understand. He's a 250-pound genetic freak who moves like a cheetah and hits like a freight train. A guy who's been bred, literally bred for this business with that Steiner blood pumping through his veins. But let's be real. When you look at him, when you watch what he does to the people in the ring, you think, Sami, buddy, you're in trouble. But it's actually not the case. And the reason why I say that is due to my experience, but also there is a little bit of me saying that maybe I am. And when that bell rings, Bron Breakker's going to charge at me like a madman, throwing me around like I owe him money, but he's gonna try to break me, and I have to withstand that. And I've been in this business for so long, I think I know how to deal with someone like Breakker. Bron, you're not just stepping in with some random guy in the street or some random guy on the roster. You're dealing with Sami Zayn, the underdog from the underground. I've worked my way to the position I am. I'm a 2-time undisputed champion. I've scratched and clawed for this moment. I've stood across from giants. I've battled other champions. I've defied every single odd that has been stacked against me, and I've done it because of these people in this crowd tonight, because they wouldn't stop believing in me. And also, guess what, Bron? I've never stopped believing in myself. You think you're just going to steamroll me and become the undisputed champion at King of the Ring? No, Bron. I've been in the fight for my life every single night since winning this championship, and if you think I'm walking into that ring to be some footnote and the rise to the top of your career, you're out of your damn mind. At the King of the Ring, Bron, you better bring everything you got. Bring the power, bring the intensity, bring the Steiner level insanity, because I promise you I'm bringing the heart. And I'm bringing everything else it takes to make sure when the dust settles in the middle of that ring that I walk out still the undisputed champion and take this undisputed championship to SummerSlam. Is that so, Sami? You can talk a lot of big words behind this camera over here, but when it comes to being in this ring, I am not like anyone you have faced before. You have faced multiple champions, you faced WWE legends, but you have never faced a man like Bron Breakker, and you're going to experience that next week at King of the Ring. And normally, I'd probably leave you in a bloody heap of your former self right where you're standing, but I want to make sure you're 100% for our matchup live at King of the Ring, so that there's no excuses when I become the undisputed champion and I beat a has-been known as Sami Zayn in the middle of that ring. I'll see you around, Sami. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to see Sami Zayn, Bron Breakker next week live there at King of the Ring. Who is going to walk out with that undisputed championship and head to SummerSlam to defend the championship? We will find out live next week on Raw. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your co-main event of the evening. We will see who will join Bianca Belair in the finals of the Raw King/Queen of the Ring. Bianca beat Dakota Kai in devastating fashion earlier on tonight. We'll see. Will it be the man, Becky Lynch, or will it be Shayna Baszler? Shayna Baszler reaching the semifinals, and certainly for Shayna Baszler, she's looking, she's over the years, obviously, she's made the NXT Women's Championship early on in her career. Certainly well known as not only an NXT Women's Tag Team Champion, but Women's Tag Team Champion as well. And certainly, could you imagine her finally getting that singles breakout moment finally in her long illustrious career, by knocking off Becky Lynch, reaching the finals next week here live on Raw, facing Bianca Belair and knocking her off, and going on to the King/Queen of the Ring pay-per-view and quite possibly knocking off whoever is in the finals. Anything is possible, ladies and gentlemen, as here comes Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey, both women's tag team champions. Both Baszler and Ronda Rousey are part of the tournament. Ronda Rousey will be part of the Friday Night SmackDown tournament that will see 3 women's matches and 2 men's matches on Friday Night SmackDown, as the men are in the semifinals version of their tournament, and the women are going to be continuing the first round of their tournament, and they will be eventually figuring out who will be the last one very, very quickly. But hey, this is a big moment for Shayna Baszler. Can she live up to the hype in this massive moment? She's got Ronda Rousey at ringside. Maybe Ronda may get involved. You never know with how that's going to look here in this matchup, but we're about to see. Will it be the man, Becky Lynch, or will it be the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler? Here we go. Both these women master of the submission hold. We'll see if they can, really dig down deep, maybe pull out something else. They don't necessarily need to use a submission hold. Shayna Baszler may use it from time to time. She used one of Ronda Rousey's maneuvers recently to win her matchup to advance to the semifinals matchup. So maybe that's what Shayna does to advance. Let's look at Baszler with that big boot right across the neck there. Baszler going to go for the pinfall early on in this matchup. I was going to say, I doubt that was going to be enough, but you never know, especially with a kick to the throat there. As Baszler continuing to bring the fire early on to Becky Lynch. Oh no, stomping right on that elbow. That is going to be hurting the arm for sure. That could set up a possible armbar, as Baszler with those devastating strikes taking it to Becky Lynch here. Becky Lynch running into a buzzsaw attack here. What a counter from Becky Lynch, and she makes Shayna Baszler pay into the pinfall. John Cone right there, but a strong kick out at 1 in a basement drop kick. And I guarantee Bianca Belair watching that in her locker room, studying both of these women, really trying to see the pros and cons, what each woman is better at, and certainly going to be trying to bring her A game next week here. It's going to be a terrific Monday Night Raw next week. We're figuring out who exactly will be joining Bianca Belair, as Becky Lynch starting to slowly but surely get herself back into this matchup. Lynch trying to go for a kick to the midsection. Shayna Baszler with a big key reversal in this moment in time. Going to bounce her off the ropes. Going to go after the leg, but Becky Lynch saw that coming, and she's going to try to kind of push off Shayna Baszler from that. And now we're going to see the disarmer from Becky Lynch. Middle of that ring, ladies and gentlemen. Shayna Baszler nowhere to go. She has to slip out of it, and she does. The matchup continues. How much damage was done, though, via that submission? As what is Baszler thinking about? Almost a different variation of a dominator there from Shayna Baszler. Becky Lynch is down and out, but Baszler not going to go for the pinfall, realizing maybe that's not enough. She's going to have to do a lot more to put away the man, and now she's looking for the Coquita clutch, and it is locked in. Becky Lynch, now she's in the middle of the ring, nowhere to go, unless she can somehow maybe toss herself to the bottom rope, but Baszler has obviously given up that submission hold, and now Baszler has to start all over again, as down goes Becky Lynch, or I should say Shayna Baszler. Now Becky Lynch dealing with Ronda Rousey. That top turnbuckle is taken off here. Certainly we know the history between both of these women, talking some major trash here. Obviously there is no count out in this matchup. Obviously still disqualification, possibly. Referee John Cone fixing that top turnbuckle just in case something were to happen, and Ronda Rousey not too happy with that, as Becky Lynch continuing the assault here on Shayna Baszler here at ringside. And right off that LED post. Certainly that's not going to be feeling too good, but Shayna Baszler full of adrenaline at this moment, and can you blame her that she's able to get back up to her feet? Becky Lynch feeling pretty good about herself, as she should. It's been a back and forth match, but it has been in her favor as of recently, so we'll see if Becky Lynch can advance, but certainly she's in for a fight of her life. Roll through power, one-arm power bomb there from Becky Lynch. Showing you that strength and power as both women continuing to go at it here right at our announce table. Oh, that is not going to be feeling good, just being ripped down by your hair. Certainly a win will make you feel a little bit better about yourself, but certainly not the best feeling in the world. As Becky Lynch tossed back inside the ring, Baszler going to look to go back at it. It's a nice jumping punch out of nowhere. Baszler going to look to capitalize here. And look at Baszler just working on that head, that face area. Becky Lynch going to go for the pinfall. Going to flip her over real quick. Pinfall, will this be enough? But no. Strong kick out. Maybe got to do a little bit more damage to Becky Lynch in terms of submission holds and wearing down the man. Is Lynch able to move out the way briefly? Baszler with the big reversal. And now Baszler, what is she thinking? Ooh, devastating backbreaker. And now the question is, both these women have hit big maneuver after big maneuver between each other. And that maneuver may very well could seal the deal, but Becky Lynch doing the right thing, rolling to the bottom rope, because obviously Shayna Baszler can't go for the pinfall if they're in a bad way. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Becky Lynch with a different variation of a pump handle slam. Going to take down Shayna Baszler, and Becky Lynch advances. You are going to get yourself a WrestleMania type match next week for the Raw Finals. It will be Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch live on Monday Night Raw next week here on Netflix. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time here, live on Monday Night Raw. The women's Raw side of things is all set for the finals next week. Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch. Now, we are just waiting to see who will join Ilja Dragunov in the men's finals next week. It very well could have been AJ Styles, but Finn Bálor getting involved. And now tonight, main event, Jey Uso coming out here in a non-title matchup in the main event against the Viper, Randy Orton. This is a big matchup, not only obviously part of the King of the Ring side of things, but also for a match as your European champion. You want to have credible wins over credible superstars, and what a way it would help the European champion Jey Uso by knocking off the Viper, Randy Orton, a first ballot Hall of Famer. And this crowd is absolutely yeeting all over the place. Could you imagine a main event Jey Uso where he's going to SummerSlam to main event to take on Sami Zayn or Bron Breakker? That would be a terrific premium live event matchup. And so would Randy versus Sami. You know, obviously they have a little bit of a history recently, obviously with Orton cashing in and certainly everything else that happened afterwards. But certainly Sami Zayn, once again, your undisputed champion. We saw tonight that little bit of a face-to-face backstage there between Bron Breakker and Sami Zayn. And there is the Viper, Randy Orton, former WWE champion, former Mr. Money in the Bank, former undisputed champion for a couple weeks. And not only that, Randy Orton, one of the best to ever do it. And also, you cannot forget him being a multi-time tag team champion here in the series as well. It's a big fight feel tonight. You can feel it every single week as we build up week after week, and especially with King of the Ring / Queen of the Ring very, very soon coming your way live next week. Not only that, the night before that, we're going to have NXT Gold Rush, well, the week of, I should say. The night before. Certainly going to be a big time fight and feel. It's going to be a hell of a way for NXT to go out. But certainly Randy Orton, Jey Uso. I'm ready for this match, man. This is the big time matchup. A proving matchup for main event Jey Uso. Jey Uso even slips up just a little bit. Randy Orton may catch him with an RKO out of nowhere. And next week's match very well could be Ilja Dragunov versus that man, Randy Orton. And it's a damn shame that, unfortunately, earlier on tonight, like we keep mentioning throughout the night here, Styles getting screwed by Finn Baszler. And hopefully, nobody gets screwed out of this matchup. Jey Uso versus Randy Orton in your main event tonight. There we go, referee ringing the bell. Here we go. Big headbutt early from main event Jey Uso. And I think for Jey, you obviously a big thing is obviously staying on Randy, but when I say that is you got to make sure he doesn't get any time to recuperate. He's one of those superstars that, you know, give him a second, he'll be perfectly fine. As long as this matchup goes, it may favor Jey Uso. So Randy's going to look to strike quickly and fast in this matchup to advance in that big time matchup next week, the finals of the Raw King of the Ring. And now, oh, what a maneuver, landing right there in the back of the neck and head area. Jey Uso, high risk. If I was Jey, I was going to try to hit a Uso splash, try to see how Randy fares, but certainly a flying forearm strike does make Randy Orton a little dazed and confused at the moment. Now Orton a little bit faster in this exchange, and vintage Randy Orton with that vicious backbreaker. Gonna go for the pinfall. 2. Ooh, very close. That backbreaker, we all know how dangerous that is, especially early on in Universe mode. Randy loved hitting that move and made him so dangerous, and it honestly would lead up to him hitting a lot of RKOs at times in his illustrious career. Irish whip off the rope. Here comes Randy. Back and forth off the ropes into a Luthez press. Big clubbing blows from the former undisputed champion. And certainly Randy would love to get back into title contention. And what better way to do that than win the King of the Ring, knock off whoever's on SmackDown, become the King of the Ring winner, go on to SummerSlam, main event SummerSlam, and obviously defeat whoever may be the undisputed champion. As Randy being a little bit aggressive here in these last couple moments here, trying to send a message to main event Jey Uso here. Vicious knee strike there. You know, if you're Jey, you cannot continue to take these type of maneuvers. And now Randy, he's starting to wake up a little bit. And if you're Jey, you got to figure out something quickly, or this matchup may be out very, very quickly. And now Randy, oh, going for a clubbing blow. Jey Uso with a big jumping clothesline. There you go, Jey. This is the type of matchup that Jey needs to prove himself. Can he reach that main event picture? Can he reach that main event land? Yes, he's European champion, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're in the main event scene. But what would it be for Jey Uso to have one of his biggest wins of his whole entire career? That's saying something, with him being a multi-time tag team champion here in Universe mode and being one of the top tag teams of all time with his brother Jimmy. Big super kick to the midsection into a big slap. Vintage Jey Uso. Randy Orton a little bit faster in the exchange as he gets dropped right on that top rope. And now Randy What's he thinking about doing here? Showing that agility, back and forth. Look at Randy again. Luthez press. Randy still got some, man. No matter how old you think he is, man, he still has plenty left in the tank. Jey Uso trying to get up to his feet. Randy helping him out here. Could we be on a verge of an RKO out of nowhere? Randy kind of trying to let it play out right now. And certainly one of those times where, you know, anytime, anywhere, any place, you're going to see an RKO. He's going to do it at the least expected time. Jay waiting for Randy to get back in the ring. Here we go. Referee inadvertently in the way. And now a flapjack takedown there of Randy. This is where Jay has to capitalize. He has Randy Orton right where he wants him. A nice swinging neck breaker. Slowly but surely now. The momentum heading into the corner of Jey Uso. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? No. Strong kick out. And the matchup continues. Now Jay starting to work on that lower back. We know Randy Orton has had back issues throughout his career. And a big clothesline. Vintage Randy Orton going for the spear, knee right to the face, and oh no, RKO, RKO, out of nowhere. Is that it? 1, 2, and we saw this earlier on tonight. You got to be kidding me! Now this time, the Intercontinental Champion is coming out to intervene in this main event match. Randy Orton had at least Jey Uso right where he wanted him, hit at least to a 2 count, and Bronson Reed, the Intercontinental Champion, is here. And certainly, obviously the match is still going. This has not been thrown out, but certainly Randy Orton, Bronson Reed face to face. What in the hell is going on here? Obviously, Reed not too happy about what happened recently. Randy Orton is the one that beat Bronson Reed and took him out of the King of the Ring tournament. And here we go. Big clubbing blows from Randy. And now Randy gonna toss Bronson Reed outside the ring. And now look at Orton holding that championship. Saying, take that crap back with you. But this matchup is still going. Randy Orton still taking on Jey Uso here. And Randy Orton still trying to figure out what he needs to do. Now Jey Uso from behind. We saw this earlier on tonight, ladies and gentlemen, with the matchup that we saw earlier on tonight between Ilja Dragunov and AJ Styles. But now we got ourselves a good old-fashioned brawl between both men here live on Monday Night Raw. Randy Orton maybe getting the upper hand here. And now super kick out of nowhere. And now possibly going to go high risk here, but Randy's not going to allow that to happen. And, oh, well, Jey Uso looking to fly. Big time flying forearm strike right there to Randy Orton. And now Jey Uso, that is vintage Jey Uso. And now what does Jey have in store here? I can only imagine what he's thinking about doing. He went for the spear, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't really get any of it. And now big time kicks there. Big time haymakers into the spear. Finally got that one. Took out Randy Orton. Now gonna go high risk, high reward with a big time Uso splash. Certainly a big time maneuver. Will that be enough? Could it be enough? 2! No, Randy somehow kicking out. How in the hell did Randy Orton just kick out of that maneuver? And now, wait a minute, Randy, big time maneuver there, taking down Mr. Jey Uso there. And big haymakers from Jey Uso into the corner, taking it to Randy Orton as this matchup goes. This matchup isn't going to end like it did to begin Monday Night Raw. Back and forth we go here live on Monday Night Raw. This is your main event of the evening. Roll through. Will this be enough? No. Orton trying to catch him by surprise here tonight. And now, big uppercut there from Randy. Was not expecting that, were ya? And now RKO, but Orton's not done. Looking to go one more time. Another RKO. Orton looking for a trifecta. And now another one from Randy Orton. Certainly is that gonna be enough? Orton feels like he has it right where he wants him, but there's Jay right back up to his feet. Jay gonna steal it. Not like this. Is he gonna do it? Is Jay gonna steal it? Yes, he does. Orton was not expecting that. Holy cow. Orton hit 3 RKOs in a row. Was not expecting that. Jey Uso right back up to his feet and rolling up Randy Orton. Orton was not expecting that. He had the match possibly won, and Jey Uso wins. Now, I don't condone what happened tonight with AJ Styles' match earlier on to begin Monday Night Raw, with Finn Balor getting involved in that King of the Ring matchup, and what we just saw with Bronson Reed getting involved in the matchup as well. But a win is a win for both men. The finals are set for the men's Queen and King of the Ring side of things next week here on Monday Night Raw. So live here next week on Monday Night Raw, it will be Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. One-on-one, the winner will go to the Queen of the Ring pay-per-view. For the men's side of things, it is main event Jey Uso, your European champion, taking on Ilja Dragunov in the finals of next week's King of the Ring here on Monday Night Raw. Now, I want to address AJ Styles and Finn Balor. We've seen these guys go at it for the last couple months, and it's going to come to an end, and I have a perfect way to have it end, because at SummerSlam, it will be AJ Styles versus Finn Balor, one-on-one, but I'm going to add a stipulation to that very match. This all started with Finn Balor wanting AJ Styles to join the Judgment Day. And Finn, it's going to be simple for you. Finn, if you beat AJ Styles, if AJ Styles loses against you at SummerSlam, AJ Styles will join the Judgment Day. But Finn, if you do lose to AJ Styles at SummerSlam, you will leave the Judgment Day. How about that? How the tables have turned for Finn Balor. Also, after the brutal attack once again by Raquel Rodriguez on the newly crowned Women's Intercontinental Champion Asuka, next week we are going to see a handicap match between the Kabuki Warriors and Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel, you put yourself in that position, and now you have to face the repercussions of your actions. And to end Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen, next week here on the go-home edition of Monday Night Raw, Ken Shamrock, Drew McIntyre's tag team partner for the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view, will be live on Monday Night Raw to address the situation on why he is helping Drew McIntyre live at King of the Ring. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.